What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Decrepit Log Cabin for another episode of Warning Track Power. We got a lot to talk about today. Fernando Tatis Jr.'s extension is finally officially official. Mike Trout thinks he was bad last year. Albert Pujols is retiring after this year. And Shane Bieber thinks that Cleveland is actually going to pay him money. Let's get started. Fernando Tatis Jr.'s contract extension is finally officially official. He did a press conference today and told San Diego Padres fans what it means to him to be part of this team for the next 14 years. He told Tony Gwynn Jr. that he wanted to have a statue next to his dad's, and he even said that after 14 years, he plans on re-signing. At 35 years old, he still plans to come back and play for the San Diego Padres on another contract. He says all the right things. He is the most electric player in baseball. And according to AJ Preller, before the 2019 season, Manny Machado, Eric Hosmer, and Ian Kinsler came into his office and said, "You are absolutely crazy if you do not put this guy on the opening day roster. This is a special talent, and it is going to be a beautiful time to be a San Diego Padre fan, and this is just absolutely fantastic for both parties. One of these perfect matches that you just don't see in Major League Baseball too often anymore." Clint Frazier arrived in New York spring training camp in style. He was wearing a t-shirt with the Newsday cover of the Yankees 96 World Series on it. He's feeling confident going into 2021. Aaron Boone has already made it abundantly clear that Clint Frazier is the everyday left fielder. Despite signing Brett Gardner, this is Clint Frazier's job now, and we're finally going to get to see him get 400, 500 plate appearances, or we can see what he can do with the bat. We're going to see him build on a really successful 2020 season in the field. I have nothing but high hopes for Clint Frazier heading into this season, and this is a guy who deserves it more than anyone. After the concussion problems in 2018 and 2019, Yankee fans had essentially written him off as a defensive liability, and it is finally time for Clint Frazier to start going through his little book and crossing names off of people who he proved wrong. Shane Bieber announced that he was willing to sign a long-term extension with Cleveland after a really successful 2020 season that saw him win the American League Cy Young. And listen, Shane, I don't know if you were paying attention when the whole Francisco Lindor trade thing happened. Cleveland isn't exactly in the business of extending superstar players. That's not really in their bag. If it was, Francisco Lindor wouldn't have blue hair and be playing in orange and blue in New York. My best advice, just keep your head down, keep grinding, keep pitching well, and wait until you get traded to a contender the year before you hit free agency, and then cash in on a mega deal. This week, Mike Trout took the opportunity to tell everyone that he thought he had a bad year in 2020. I gotta be honest, I don't really see it. I mean, he had a 993 OPS, but I guess by Mike Trout's standards, not eclipsing that 1,000 OPS mark is a pretty down year. It is the first time in the last 4 years that he did not have a 1 in front of his OPS. And it's not like getting that last .007 is really going to make a difference in 2021. The Angels have a tough road ahead of them. It's going to be tough for them to get over the Astros and the A's to make it to the playoffs, and they just don't have any pitching. I mean, Dylan Bundy is the best pitcher on the roster. Dylan Bundy is your opening day starter. That is not what playoff teams do. That's what the Baltimore Orioles do. And sticking with the Angels, Albert Pujols' wife announced that 2021 would be Albert's last year. Honestly, this is a little bit overdue. Albert Pujols hasn't been an average league hitter since 2016. I get it. He is one of the most storied players in baseball history. Over 600 home runs, 3 MVPs, but it was time to hang him up a couple years ago. And now, at the end of this season, his contract will be up and nobody's going to sign him. So I guess it's time to throw the retirement party. Finally, Shin-soo is going to be heading back to the KBO. He's joining the SK Wyverns for the equivalent of $2.4 million. A large chunk of that he'll be donating to charity. Personally, I wish he had gone to the NC Dinos because that was my favorite team during the KBO phase of coronavirus. And I mean, their mascot is a giant dinosaur named Swole Daddy. What part of that was I not supposed to like? Regardless, it's nice to see Chu return to his home country for the rest of his baseball career. I hope that I get to see him at some 6 a.m. game time on ESPN like I did last year. That would be nice, but congratulations to him. All right, we have another edition of Did I Win in MLB The Show today. My team, the humongous Melonheads, is coming off a nice victory yesterday. Today I got Nolan Ryan out on the bump, facing off against the New Jersey Redbirds. Taking a look at our team records. I mean, this guy has maybe played 300 more games than me. Maybe that's bad math, 250. I mean, this guy is experienced. Starting off, Rogers Hornsby pushes one through the middle of the infield. That's nice for a base knock. That's his second base knock in as many days. Up next, David Ortiz shoots one through the gap. Rogers Hornsby, he's going to run for third. But Rogers Hornsby has been dead for like 70 years, so he is not fast enough to get there. He's going to be out. We're not going to get a run in that inning. Here's Nolan Ryan throwing absolute filth. Rogers Hornsby, I mean, that's the worst fielding I've ever seen. Just can't pick it up. But it doesn't matter. If you remember yesterday, Wade Boggs launched this one. Didn't quite get out of the park. Just a little bit too far. But today, redeems himself. Gets a low ball. Oh boy. Hang it, bang it. That one's gone. Wade Boggs. Celebrate the home run. Put some power in your swing. That guy got in the weight room yesterday. Back out, we give up a single to Ralph Kiner. That's not a great start to this inning. But, I mean, we have the pitcher up next. Except Garrett Cole pushes one through too. That is less than ideal. You never want to give up a hit to the pitcher. That is just bad baseball. Oh, he steals third. Yep, that's not great. And now he's going to play some Bush League ball. He's going to suicide squeeze with the bunt. Fine, I'll take the out. It's whatever. It's a tie game now, but we can't let that go unheard. So we are going to hit Travis d'Arnaud. I mean, it's not about injuring the guy. And obviously, I regretted it immediately because he scores the second run of the game there. And now I am losing. And now I am getting worried. Oh, Wade Boggs again. He's going to get a little dribbler, running out to first base, some bad defense. Andrew McCutchen's going to shoot it back up the middle. We get a nice little rally going with 2 outs here. And Wade Boggs is going to make it to third. See, Jorge Posada on the drop third strike. I don't know what I was swinging at, but the drop third strike, and he throws it away. He threw it away. Now it's a tie game. Karma. And David Ortiz absolutely tees off on that one. Hang it, bang it. Dead center. I mean, that's out in every single ballpark. That one's never coming back. Easy home run for David Ortiz. That's why I have him in the lineup. All that lefty power. And Wade Boggs shoots one into the gap. Did he get a second one? No. This is the biggest ballpark in baseball history. I mean, what is that? How far is that? 500 feet? How is that not a home run? And then Andrew McCutchen goes and does the same thing? Nope, that one's not going to get out there. That's the biggest center field I've ever seen in all my days. It ends. Eric Gagne gets a nice little ground out. Bo Bichette to first, and we get a quitter. He doesn't want to see the celebration at the end. That is an easy victory. So yes, I did in fact win in MLB The Show today. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Let's do the like and subscribe thing because every subscriber is one step closer to me getting paid for all of this hard work I'm doing. So let's get on top of that. See you guys tomorrow.